This Halloween season, we survived 45 scare mazes, and as has become Adam and Craig tradition by now, we are going to rank them all into 5 tiers. We are also this year naming our favourite scare park and our favourite scare maze as well. Now, there's a couple of house rules. First of all, we are going to rank them in the order that we did them. Where we did more than one run on the same maze, we are going to rank them based on the best run that we got in that maze. That includes mazes where we were split up and had different experiences too. And we have to agree. They won't go into a tier until we both agree they can go into that tier. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's go. I'm going to start us off, and the first maze that we did this year was Leeds Scare Maze. This was a brand new maze for 2025. Where are we going to put Leeds?
I would put it in bloody good.
Yeah, middle of the road?
Yeah, because it was good, and it was a good way to kick off the Halloween season, but I just felt other ones that came after it exceeded it.
Yeah, and I will say, I think this has been the best Halloween season we've had so far.
Yeah, definitely.
So there's going to be a lot of difficult decisions. I think it's going to be quite top heavy this year, isn't it?
But for its very first year, it was good.
Yeah, it was a well-themed maze. We just thought it needed more scares, didn't we? That was basically it. I think middle of the road is a good place to start with that one.
So following Leeds Scare Maze, we went down to Tulleys for Shocktober Fest, where we did our first scare park of the year. And kicking off Tulleys, we did their brand new maze for 2025, which was Glitch. Where would you put Glitch?
Oh, I'm thinking maybe a 2.
Yeah,
demonic.
I was thinking that. I was thinking exactly the same. It had plenty of scares. It was a good story. Visually, it wasn't as strong as some of them, but based on the scares and the story, I think it definitely deserves to be higher than Leeds Scare Maze.
It was definitely a strong start to Tulleys. I really enjoyed that.
Yes.
So that brings us on to our second maze. Now, we did have 2 runs on this one. I think we're probably going to rank it based on the first run, right? Because that was the best one.
Yeah, that was the best one.
So this is Purgatory. Where do you think Purgatory belongs?
I would send that straight to the top.
Oh, okay. I would agree.
Yeah,
I would agree. That was a fantastic maze.
I may have even said that was my maze of the night at Tulleys.
Okay.
I think.
Fair.
I can't remember. It's been weeks.
I know. It's been such a long time. I would definitely agree. I think the lanterns are an amazing little addition, aren't they? They really added to it. Second run, I definitely think if we ranked it on second run, it would be like quite, maybe even at the bottom, to be honest.
We didn't get good.
But this is the thing. This is how much they can vary. It's absolutely mad. But there you go. Purgatory first run was definitely a number 1 maze. I would agree with that.
And then next we're Creepy Cottage, which is a returning maze for Tulleys, which they've had for many years. Where would you put this one?
I'm thinking maybe 3. Because I do really enjoy Creepy Cottage, but I think it's the real short length of it lets it down.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I
would say if it was twice the length, I'd put it in 2.
Yeah.
But I think because of the length, it does bring it down to a 3.
Yeah, because a short time you're in there, you get some good scares.
I didn't even see where she was.
And it's also a very visually good maze.
But by the time you've really sort of started to immerse yourself in it, you've come out, haven't you?
Yeah, let's stick it there. Right.
You agree? Number 3. We're in sync. We're in sync. Now, I'll preface this next one by saying we do not like hooded mazes. If you've watched our videos, you'll know our thoughts on hooded mazes. So where would you put Hell-Ements?
Well, there's only one place to put this one, right at the very bottom.
Yeah.
I got nothing out of this.
No.
And it's just because hoodies do nothing for me.
They just don't work, do they?
They don't work. I mean, some people like them, they're just not for us.
No, I don't think they provide anything, to be honest. So it's a shame. But something has to go in the bottom, doesn't it? Also, we are going to completely ignore the complete inconsistency of the logos on this because it was not easy to get them. So we'll just brush past that, okay?
So next at Tulleys, we had Coven of 13, which is their witchy maze. Where would you put this one?
Oh, I would say... Oops, I accidentally dropped it. I would say it's got to be a top 2.
I would put it with the top.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'll go for that.
I think this one was definitely on par with Purgatory. And the first time... What?
Purgatory.
Oh, and the first time we ever went to Tulleys, I absolutely loved it.
It was our favourite, wasn't it?
Yeah. And again, it was a strong maze.
It really
scares.
is. Really is.
Good story.
Now, coming after Coven of 13 is Electrik Circus, which is the clown-based maze. But if I'm honest, I don't really remember that much of this one.
I remember it being very chaotic and visually really good. Lots of neon, lots of brightness. There were some good scares in this one, some good jumps, but I think a lot of it was fun and not as scary.
I sort of remember the end scene with the car and there was a clown. That was really good. I remember that being really good.
Oh,
I think I put this in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the fact
I do remember getting some good jumps in here. So next at Tulleys we had the carving, which replaced the islands. What would you put for carving?
I think it's one of these. I think it's near the bottom.
I think Spooktacular, because it was definitely better than Hell-Ements.
Yeah, it was better than Hell-Ements, to be fair.
Yeah, it wasn't as strong as the other ones that they had there at Tulleys.
There was a lot of empty space in this one.
There was a lot of
empty space. And I think that just dropped the atmosphere too much, didn't it? In between, in between the scares that we were getting and the sections that were really good. I think overall it's just too long. This one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because if when you've got a long maze,
you need to fill it with.
The sadistic abuse that is Chop Shop. Where would you? I know where I would. Where would you? What would you think?
This is definitely in the top 2. I just don't know if I put it 1 or 2.
I think
I'd put it 2 because Coven and Purgatory was definitely my 2 favourite of Tulleys.
I think in the first section the theming's really good. The scares aren't sort of aplenty in there, are they?
No.
And then in the second section, the scares are fantastic, but it really, essentially it's just a white room, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
So I agree with that one. I was going to put it in 1, but actually now you've said that, I do agree. If you find chainsaws particularly scary like I do, it's pretty intense.
Never seen so many chainsaws in my life.
Never seen so many chainsaws in one maze. And let me tell you, if they can tell that you're scared and they love it, they absolutely revel in it, sickos. Right, let's see if you can pronounce this one this time.
So next up, Tulleys we had Wastelands. Next up, Tulleys we had Wastelands Penitentiary.
Oh, that was good. That was good.
I'll put this as number 2, Demonic.
Number 2?
Yeah, I'll put it with Chop Shop. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll agree with that one. I will agree with that one.
It was a good long maze, but unlike the carving, they did fill this much better. It's a really good story. Some really good scares in there.
And chaotic in that strobe room, isn't it? It's mad, yeah. Oh, now, this is an interesting one. This is Doomtown, the zombie maze. What do we think? If
it was based on theming alone, I would definitely put it at the very top. It's one of the best themed mazes I did the whole year. But based on scares, it probably wasn't as scary as some of the others that we did. So I would probably put it in the middle.
Number 3?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a really atmospheric maze.
It's very
atmospheric. I
love the theming. I loved the sets in this one.
The sets are fantastic. And again, it's a really big maze, because you're going out of that sort of. They've built basically a small town.
A small town, yeah. Like a Greg's and a Blockbuster Video and everything.
Yeah. It was really good. I really enjoyed that one. Me too. And it was good on scares, to be fair. It just doesn't give quite as many as some of the others, which shows you how high the standard is for this year, because that was a fantastic maze.
It was.
The standard this year.
After 10 mazes at Tulleys, we went up north to Doncaster Fear Factory.
Almost back home.
Yeah, near our hometown. And we started off with one of their new ones for the year, which was Shelton Motel. Where would you put Shelton Motel?
Personally, I would stick it in number 1. First of all, the theming of that maze was fantastic. That absolute queen on reception played an amazing part.
And it had a brilliant story as well.
Yeah, I think if we were counting scares per metre of maze, that's probably the most we had all year.
Oh my god! many.
And it had a consistent story all the way through as well. Like it continued the story as you went around the maze.
And the fact where you got outside and the police, that light as well, like a helicopter. Yeah,
I think definitely the top is a good place to put it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure you were going to agree with me there. I was a bit worried. I sometimes have an emotional response when we're in a scare maze, even after all this time, where I think to myself, why am I doing this? What am I actually doing to myself right now?
I'm going to cry. I'm actually going to cry.
And that's when I know it's a really, really good maze, is when I actually think, I don't know if I can do this.
Oh, God.
And that was one. That Shelton Motel was definitely one. In fact, we got to the room at the end and I had to let you go first, didn't I? Because I was so scared by that point.
Really
I was like,
man.
Oh, you can go first. I'm too scared.
and it didn't even work because he pretty much ignored you and then came to me with a chainsaw. So it didn't really work in my favour. But that was one of the ones where I just thought, I don't know if I can do this. So from Shelton on to our old friend Crackle Hill, which we loved last year. What do you think? Where do you think it deserves to go this year?
I really don't know with this one because I remember the slotted corridors and the red lights, but I can't remember what scares I got in this one, if I'm honest with you.
I would say for me, it was probably on par with the run that we got last year. And I think last year we put it in number 1, but I think the standard is being so high this year. I think it probably belongs in 2 for me.
Okay, just put it there then.
Do you agree with that though? Or are you don't remember?
I'm struggling to remember this one.
To be fair as well.
How it looked. I'm just struggling to remember what scares I got in this one.
But then it's not all about scares. Like, scares are important, but it's about the whole package. Like, it's about the theming and the atmosphere and the story as well. So it's not just about what scares we got in there, is it?
No. Moving on, at Doncaster Fear Factory, we did their second new maze for 2025, which was Quinlen & Co. What do you think of Quinlen & Co?
I loved it.
Yeah, I loved it.
I think you remember more of it than I do.
I got plenty of scares in this one.
Yeah.
I loved the theming. It was quite a unique theming as well, something that we don't often see.
It was actually, it was, it really was.
Yeah, and I liked the plague doctors in it as well. They was really creepy. I will put this at the very top.
Okay.
Yeah, I put this at the very top. I think this was definitely my maze of the night at Doncaster Fear Factory. Yeah,
I was definitely going to say top 2, and I wasn't quite sure 2 or 1, but I thought you'd say 1. So I'm happy with that. It was a fantastic maze. And then on to Doncaster's not new maze that kind of was new, even though they didn't say it was new because it was completely different.
Yeah.
Which is Diabolus Visum Mortis, is it called?
Something
Let's go
like
with Diabolus.
This is a short maze, but the amount of scares you get in that short amount of time, I think it deserves to be number 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
See, I'd even be tempted to put it as 1.
Do you?
I'll go for 2.
2,
actually, yeah. I think before we sort of were a bit disappointed with how short it was, but this year I felt, even though it was short, it was so intense in that small space of time. Oh, God, it was so scary.
And then this brought us on to our very last maze at Doncaster Fear Factory, which was Friargate Foundry. Where would you put this one this year?
I'm thinking Friargate probably a 3, bloody good.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
Yeah?
I think that's fair. Yeah, because it didn't hit as strong for us as last year, but it was still a good maze.
And we were in a bigger group, whereas all of the other mazes we'd done, actually apart from Quinlen's we were in a 4, but the others we all did as a 2, didn't we?
Yeah.
So, which always makes it scarier. Right, and now on to another brand new attraction for us. This was Stourbridge Scare Maze. Where would you put Stourbridge?
I would send this one straight up to the top.
I would have divorced you if you'd have said any different.
This was so intense.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Really good sets, really good actors, multiple stories all the way through.
And really good quality actors as well. I don't know if we even said that in the review on it, but when I look back, like, they weren't just basic scares, were they? They were so good at playing the part. Like, I mean, you look at that nun at the end. Oh, dear. She was harrowingly creepy. In fact, I still see her in my nightmares. Like, they were all so good at what they did, and it was terrifying.
It was
wasn't
terrifying.
It was really scary.
It was really scary, yeah.
And I mean, we took our friend who's never done a scare maze before. We didn't know what to expect, but it was baptism of fire, that isn't it? If you've never done anything like this before.
It was very, very intense.
What an attraction.
And then we went down to Bristol for Fear Avon, which is now a staple of our Halloween season. And we kicked it off with their new maze for 2025, which was Seeds of Evil. Where would you put Seeds of Evil?
This one, I think, if we were basing it just on scares, I'd probably give it a 2. But theming wise, I think the theme of it takes it up to a 1 for me personally.
I'm thinking that.
Good, yeah?
Yeah, and also a very unique maze as well.
That's what I love about it. It was so, and it's got that sort of unhinged, sort of silly but still scary sort of thing that we love.
Yeah.
We live for that kind of thing, don't we?
I think visually it looked really good. Amazingly themed.
Yeah, really, really good.
Mm-hmm.
I had a whole moon and everything.
And I think, although some of the other mazes we did were scarier, I felt like we had enough scares to keep it at the top.
And I just love the sort of the personality of it. It was brilliant. My favourite is that person, the scare that comes out of the vegetable patch.
Yeah.
Because it's so ridiculous, and yet it absolutely scared the life out of us, didn't it? It was one of the best scares we got in there. One of our Fear Avon favourites now, this is Malefica. Where would you put that this year?
I would keep it at the top.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
I think that's where we had it last year. I think we'll keep it up there.
Possibly. I can't remember. It might have been 2 last year.
Maybe.
I can't quite remember.
Malefica, I would put that in tier 2.
I would. I would say run number 1 would be a Devil 2, but the second run,
definitely.
Incredible second run on that.
They have great actors in there, really good actors.
And especially on that end scene
Yeah.
in the second run, they abused us, didn't they? They were bullies, and it was perfection. I love it so much.
So then we moved on to the car at Fear Avon. What do you think to the car this year?
I've always loved the theme of the core. I think it's brilliant. And I think this year, the actors were great in there. There was one particular guy, banging on the barrel and she ran at us screaming. It was fantastic. And they had some really good actors in there. I just feel that this one didn't have enough.
No.
And I think that kind of leaves it maybe at a 3.
I think maybe even a 4 for this one.
A 4?
Yeah. I think out of any of
4
them
for the core?
at Fear Avon, this is one that needs the most of a shake-up now.
I mean, I think in terms of the maze itself, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's a great theme. The waders are a great addition, and it creates that immersiveness as you're walking through the water. I just think it needs packing out a bit more. Especially when you consider, like, some of Fright, there was like 3 people in that one pipe room, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Whereas this year, it just didn't feel like there was enough people in there, which is a shame because, like I say, the people that were in there were doing a great job. But you can't run a kitchen with one chef, can you?
No.
Not that that's a saying, but I've made it a saying now. We're going to go with it. Now, this is where things are definitely going to vary because you had 2 runs on X4, didn't you? One of which was on your own because of Echo. So where would you rank this? Because I imagine the one on your own was the best run, right?
Well, I think there's both on par with each other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I maybe put this number 2.
2?
Yeah.
I'd say that's a good place for it. I would agree with that. I would agree. I thought we were going to miss Blackout more than we did, actually. And I still miss Blackout because it was horrendous. It was so scary. But it was actually nice to actually see it again, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it did really well.
It was better than it was previously before Blackout. And then we finished off Fear Avon with Vita Nova. What do you think of Vita Nova this year?
This year, I mean, the first run that I got through, because I was on my own, it was quite a bit better. I think when we went later on in the night, because it was quite late on, wasn't it? And it was really busy, and I feel like they were probably trying to munch through the queue quite a bit because they were putting 2 people to a cubicle, weren't they?
Yeah.
That kind of stuff. I would say based on my first run, I would probably put it as a 2. Silence.
So, I mean, I only had the 1 run, and I'd say X4 for me was better than Vita Nova this year. But Vita Nova was probably better than Core for me.
See, I would
put it in the middle.
I would say that my run on it was slightly better than the one I had in X4. Should we say 2 because we're basing it on the best run? and that's my run. Currently this game. I certainly remember getting sent through the electric shock bit, and obviously because I know it now, I had my hands up my sleeves like that, trying to feel the walls. I was like, you're not getting me this time. So from the legend that is Fear Avon to the legend that is Dr. Fright's, we had Horrorfest this year, and we started off with a death metal manor.
I would send that to the top.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
I agree. I agree. First of all, it delivered tons of scares, which we would expect nothing less from Dr. Fright's. But also, I really love that. I really love that theme of Satan and Satanism. Satan. I love Satan. I really love that theme of Satanism and the demons, and I love like when you're walking down the corridors and they've got the demon mannequins. It was just really cool.
And I was doing that sort of death metal scream at you as well, which was really cool.
You said that, I didn't even notice that. I'm still not.
I think that's what it was.
Still not even sure if that's true, but it's cool if it is true. But a brilliant theme and a brilliant maze. I loved it. I loved it so much.
And then we went straight into Rave from the Grave. What do you think of this one?
I'm thinking possibly a 2.
I'm thinking of 2. Because it wasn't as high as Death Metal Manor.
I think it was probably almost scary.
Yeah.
But I suppose costume-wise, it wasn't as...
No.
Theming-wise, it probably wasn't quite as impressive, I don't think.
It wasn't quite impressive.
I did love the bit with the skeleton hands coming out of the walls.
The costume was very simple, but it was good. I did like the theming.
I think that just sort of tips Death Metal Manor over it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And on to El Sangriento. Lizard people in Mexico.
This is an interesting one, actually, because I don't think I liked it as much as Death Metal Manor for scares, but I did prefer it to Rave from the Grave. I loved the lizard people, and I loved how they hissed at you instead of like screamed at you. And the theming was really good, especially when we walked through the tequila bar. I think we keep it at number 2.
Number 2?
Yeah, number 2.
I'll agree with number 2.
So next was Grindhouse, which this year's theme was Blood County?
Country.
Oh, Blood Country, sorry, Blood Country. Where would you put this one?
Maybe a 3?
I'm thinking maybe a 3. Because this one isn't as jumpy, but the actors are brilliant. They're more intimidating, aren't they? More intimidating.
Especially Chainsaw Man at the end.
Yeah.
Evil.
He was amazing.
Evil.
He
was definitely the highlight of that maze. He was absolutely brilliant. And I love the fact that it split us up this year as well. That was really cool. And that's got to be my favourite Grindhouse since Grindhouse in Wonderland. But I just think the standard is so high this year. I mean, there's nothing wrong with 3, is there? At the end of the day. 3. In fact, even the ones in 4 were still decent mazes, weren't there? But that's just how good it was this year. I think I know where this is going. Summer Camp Massacre.
Oh, this one, it's definitely straight to the top.
Number 1.
This was my maze of the night at Dr. Fright's. So I'm only putting that at the very top.
That was insane. It was insane. So good. I love the theming. I love the opening scene. Like you walk. I mean, I can spoil it now because it's going to be a new maze next year. So, like you walk through the tents, don't you? As if it's a campsite, and then they had a film. You said it was I Know What You Did Last Summer, didn't you?
It was I Know What You Did Last Summer. It was the original.
Projected on the wall, and then as we walked past it, Jason came out with his knife, and it was just so. All right, okay. Is a machete not a knife?
Well, it's a big knife, a very big knife. Next at Dr. Fright's, we have Play Me and Die.
I would also put this at number 1.
Would you? Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure, okay.
If only just for those horrendous masks that they were wearing.
They were kind of a bit like the film Smile, where they got like...
God, they were... they were so creepy.
They were so creepy.
And I in fact, I don't remember loads about the actual maze itself, but I do remember just those faces coming out left, right and centre, and I was just like, these are hideous. It was so scary. I think that one deserves a number 1. That was terrifying, that one.
Put it up there.
And then the finale of Dr. Fright is Killer Clown's Greatest Hits, which is by far the most bonkers maze that they had this year.
I think I'll put this in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't think the Killer Clown ones never hit as well as the others. I mean, they are still good. Don't get me wrong. They're just, the other mazes they have at Dr. Fright's are better.
Probably one of my favourites, though. Between this and Killer Clowns of the Caribbean, I would say.
The clown ones this year was the best. Yeah.
Brilliant maze.
After Dr. Fright's went all the way to Ingemells for Fear Island at Fantasy Island, and we started with Psycho Mansion. Where would you put Psycho Mansion?
If I'm honest, I think it's going to be our second bottom tier.
Yeah, I was thinking definitely the same. The next one to join, Hell-Ements at the very bottom. It didn't feel like it had a lot of actors this year. It didn't feel like it had.
And before we had
a lot this year either.
Before we had scenes, didn't we?
Yeah.
Whereas this time we just sort of, we just walked through. And the thing is, because it's a family-friendly maze, it doesn't have the same intensity of scares in there, does it?
No, it doesn't.
And so last year the scenes kind of worked because they gave some sort of atmosphere to it. But this year they obviously couldn't scare you that much because it was supposed to be family-friendly. But that kind of meant that because there were no scenes, it didn't really hit the same for me.
No.
Apart from the laundry woman, she scared the life out of us, didn't she?
Oh yeah.
What are you doing in here? This is my washroom.
I went to a maze that destroyed me last year, but this year I didn't think it hit quite as well. 9 circles.
I agree. So I would put it in spectacular. Yeah, I'll put it down as 4. Yeah, it just definitely didn't hit as well as it did last year.
No. And in fact, I mean, looking at your room compared to mine as well, I think I missed some of the scares in there as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely a lot more intense last year. I found that than it was this year. Shame.
And then we went on to Ravenous, which we rated really highly last year. Where did you rate it this year?
Do you know what? It's been such a good year. I think I'd probably put it in 3.
I was thinking exactly the same. I just didn't think it was as intense as the year before. It was still a good maze.
It was still really good.
It was still a good maze.
It was still really good.
But compared to other ones we've done this year, it just didn't hit as hard as some
we've done so many good mazes this year that it didn't quite hit as hard as some of the others did. And you're right, I don't think it quite had the appeal that it did last year. And then finally, a Twisted Clown Maze, Snap.
I would put this at number 2. I'll put it Demonic. It was...
Completely agree?
Yeah.
Completely agree.
It was great maze, really good theme. Not like any clown maze we've ever done before. It's like quite a dark clown maze, wasn't it?
Yeah. Normally clown mazes, they're all sort of bright and the music's really blaring and it's quite chaotic and they're sort of jumping around. This was a complete twist on that, wasn't it? It was really dark and sinister.
And it was definitely the maze of the night for me.
100%. And like you said on the night, like I love the fact that you actually followed that one clown all the way through. He sort of...
You'd go to each scene and he'd be there and then he'd suddenly run away and you have to follow him. And then we went on to a long-time favourite of ours, Walsall. What do you think to Walsall this year?
This is a difficult one.
Yeah.
And I honestly think Walsall set themselves such an insanely high bar this year.
Yeah. I mean, it was a maze of the year last year.
100%. And it wasn't even hard to put it as maze of the year last year, was it?
No.
And so comparing this year to last year, I think was always going to be difficult. I think maybe a 2.
I'm thinking, a 2. A 2. It just quite hasn't reached the top for us this year.
No.
Still very good.
Still
event.
brilliant.
Yeah,
still brilliant.
Yeah.
And another good feel. I think like it's definitely it started off incredibly strong, didn't it? The way that we were sort of lined up in front of that reception and there was some really intense scares in that first section.
I don't think the finale was as strong as the last few years at Walsall.
I think the idea was fantastic. It was really there, but I think because they it was all sort of fenced, wasn't it, like a cage, and they had actors shuffling you up, didn't they, mixing you up and sort of sending you down different ways. I just think to really pull that off in the way that they probably wanted to, they just needed a bigger room for that bit.
I think we only had 2 actors.
Because it wasn't big enough to really get lost in there, was it?
No.
You could you knew sort of the door was going to be just out, the exit was sort of just over there. Still a fantastic maze, but I mean the haunting of Emily Birchall was just unbelievable.
It was,
unbelievable.
Just unfortunately dropped down a little bit for us this year.
But you can't be on top every year.
No.
It's the way it is. Another long-term favourite of ours is Xtreme Scream Park. So we had to visit again this year. Scare Park we've been going to for the longest time, actually.
Yes.
And we started off again with brand new maze, Spores. What do we think of Spores?
So, based on theming, this would have been my maze of the entire year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that one and Doomtown at Tulleys were my two favourites based on theming and the way the sets looked. It wasn't as scary as some of the others though, so I'd maybe put it in 3 or 2 or 3.
Oh, really?
Yeah, maybe 2.
See, I'd say the theming alone would be enough to put it in number 1 for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that was, I mean, it was insane. They had a bus, they had like the sort of fungus route going through, we had a sort of walkway. Do you remember the wobbly walk, the dropping walkway? And there was, I mean, I can't remember exactly what I think there was sort of like fungus growth sort of thing. But do you remember they had a bit towards the end where the lights were behind the theming, it was shining through. Like, and that, I mean, only if we can compromise, but that to me alone makes it a number 1 maze for me.
Okay, sure.
Are you happy with that?
Yeah. I mean, I thought the theming was brilliant.
It was brilliant.
Yeah.
It was such a good maze. It was a really, really good maze. I loved it.
And next we did Witches of Hardwick Wood, and they...
Hardlook.
Oh, sorry, Hardlook. And next we did Witches of Hardlook Wood, and they finally got rid of the hoods. Where do you think it should be now that there's no hoods?
Let's have a look. Bom. Maybe a 2?
Really? That high?
3?
Yeah, maybe a 3.
Okay. I'll put it in 3. I think it's because I could see, it was a really good maze because we could see other people getting a really good scare out of it, but we started to just hit everything wrong, didn't we?
Yeah.
I also want to celebrate the fact that they got rid of those hoods because that beginning section was 100 times better without those hoods. If it would have been at the front of the group, I think it would have been so much higher up. This one was the surprise of the night. This was Circus versus Circus.
Yeah, I mean, this was the scariest we've ever had, the Circus at Xtreme Scream. I think I may put this as a number 2.
Okay.
Because it was definitely scarier than Hardwick Wood.
Hardlook,
sorry. The clowns were just creepy looking, and yeah, it's well themed as well.
And we had a really good spacious run, didn't we?
We did,
that sort of main room we seemed to have pretty much to ourselves, didn't we? So we really hit everything perfectly.
Yeah. And then we came to an old favourite of ours, which was the Village at Xtreme Scream. Where would you put the Village this year?
This year, I would probably put it as number 2.
Yeah, sure. Okay, number 2. Yeah. Because again, it is a very visually well-themed maze, this one. Quite a long one as well.
I mean, well, they're all long at Xtreme Scream.
Yeah.
This was probably the longest, actually.
Yeah,
like, this seems to go on forever. Obviously, the run we got on it last year was absolutely like next level. But I still think we had a really good run on it this year. It was one of the better ones of the night, I think.
Sure.
So much did you get from this one? And then we went on to another old favourite of ours, a maze that I can still smell on my coat.
Yeah, it's probably one of the stinkiest mazes.
It's got to be the stinkiest.
Yeah.
The actors must, how you get that smell out of your hair after like working in there for a whole month, I don't even know. Pie Factory, where we put Pie Factory this year?
I think I put it in the middle this year because this year it just didn't feel like it had as many actors as previous years.
And there were quite a few animatronics not working in there this year.
Yeah, there were.
Which obviously causes a problem when you're using animatronics for scares.
Yeah, it's also it is still one of the most gruesome looking mazes we've ever done.
Disgusting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah. So it can be a good maze if you get a good run through, but yeah.
I mean, all of them. Any maze can be a good maze. Well, maybe not.
And then second to last at Xtreme Scream, we did Ash Hell. What do you think of Ash Hell this year?
I think this belongs in number 2.
Yeah, sure. I mean, this was my maze of the night at Xtreme Scream. But yeah, I think number 2 is a good place to put it.
Oh, okay. Would you put it higher?
No, because I think looking at what's higher, I think number 2 is definitely a good place to put Ash Hell.
Okay. Okay, that's fair. I'm not sure I understand, but
Just because the ones that are higher than it, I think were stronger this year than what Ash Hell was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and Ash Hell, even though it was Maze of the Night at Xtreme Scream, we have had
some insane proofs on some of these mazes. Now, this one's going to cause an argument. Bloodlust.
So, I didn't get as a good run through Bloodlust as you did.
No.
Yeah, I came out this one because last year it was amazing.
I think we know we're going to have to rank it on my run through because that was the better one of the two. But just out of interest, where would you have put it based on yours?
I would have put it as number 3.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought you might even say. See, based on best run through, it has to be a number 1 for me because I had such a good experience in there this year, and that just goes to show how much these things can vary. I mean, sometimes you can go through a maze like later on in the night and it's not as good as the first time or whatever, but we both went in there together and we still had completely different experiences, didn't we, to one another?
Yeah, I mean, they do split you up, so we weren't with each other.
Yeah, well, that's my point, yeah.
So next was a brand new one for us. We've never been to it before. We went to the new home of Fanny at Horror of Hinchingbrooke House.
Fanny Burns, that's
Fanny
it.
Burns, yeah.
We should probably clarify that.
What do you think of this one?
This is a really difficult one to compare because it's one maze, it's like over an hour long, and it's split into 16 different sections, but the sections aren't really long enough on their own, are they, to include as their own individual maze, I don't think. But sort of ranking it, because it's so long against all of the others, is quite difficult, I think. But I think overall, I'd give it a 1.
Would you?
I would give it a 1.
I mean, I absolutely loved this one.
You seem surprised.
I didn't think you enjoyed it as much as I did.
I think you got slightly better experience in there than I did, but I would still say it's worthy of being up there as a number 1.
Yeah, I absolutely loved this one. Yeah. I would put it as number 1 too.
Some sections were definitely better than others, I think.
Yeah. I was on edge in there. There was some areas that was so intense, and some crazy themed mazes as well.
Yeah. Stinky Face was...
Oh, actually, we mentioned Pie Factory being the stinkiest maze earlier. Part of
Stinky Face. Stinky Face is definitely up there, but there's definitely the potency of Pie Factory is definitely on another level, isn't it? I couldn't smell Stinky Face all the way home, whereas Pie Factory I could.
It does get you close.
And they had a Taylor Swift scare section, which is definitely one of the most bonkers scare attractions that we've done. And then we ended the scare season with one of our old favourites, which was Scarefest, an event that we haven't ranked that highly on these the past 2 years. But we went and we did New Maze Edge of the Forest first. So where do you want to place Edge of the Forest?
I will put Edge of the Forest at number 2.
Really?
Number 1?
I think it's got to be number 1.
Sure.
That was it. That was incredible, and that made me... In there, I just thought, this here is Scarefest. This is why I fell in love with this event. And this is what I've missed.
I mean, visually it was amazing. There were some really good jumps in there. Atmospheric. Yeah, okay, number 1. Number 1
I was going to say, so what wasn't good about it?
Yeah, number 1.
And something different as well. Something that doesn't feel like you can compare it to any other maze that's out there at the moment.
No, that's true.
It felt very, very different to anything that's out there.
Okay, second to last, we had Altonville Mine Tours, which they've had since we've been doing Scarefest.
Yeah, it was the new maze the first year we went, wasn't it?
I think, was that 2015, maybe 2016, something like that.
Someone will tell us in the comments. Someone will tell us.
But what did you think to it this year?
I think this year, I think I'd give it a 2.
A 2, yeah. I think since it's been Tiny's Revenge, it's definitely the best run through we've had of it.
Well, it's the second run, I think, isn't it? On Tiny's Revenge.
Tiny's Revenge twice. Well, it was definitely better than last year.
I think so. Was it Tiny's Revenge last year? Oh, I don't know. No, Compound was new, so it must have been... Oh, I don't know. Definitely with this one, there were some empty spaces, but then the spaces where there were actors were making up for it, weren't they? Because they were so good. And if it had been like that, if the empty sections were more like the intense sections that we did get, then it would be a number 1, I think. It was just a little bit patchy, and I think that's the only thing that takes it down to number 2. But it was brilliant, and I've always loved Skin Snatchers, even though it's not Skin Snatchers anymore. But I loved it when it was Skin Snatchers. Anyway, moving on. Our final maze of the year. In fact, at the time, I didn't even really think about the fact that it was going to be our final maze of the year.
No, I didn't either.
Oh, but it was Compound. Where are we going to put Compound?
See, Compound was my maze of the night at Scarefest, so I put it at the top.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I had a brilliant run through.
Oh, right, okay. Well, I'll give you that. I'll agree with you. I would probably say... I definitely would say Edge of the Forest was better. But again, this is a maze where they split you up, so you had a different experience to me. And so, if yours was the best run through, then we'll rank it on that. as we said, we'll rank on best run through, didn't we? So that is all 45 mazes tiered up, but we're not done yet, are we?
No.
Because we've still got 2 accolades to award, haven't we? Now, we haven't discussed these between us.
We don't know was chosen?
No, we've wrote them down and we're going to reveal them to each other at the same time we reveal them to you. And we're going to start off with our event of the year, scare park of the year, event of the year, whatever you want to call it. So this is not the maze, this is the actual event itself. And I'm just going to grab mine. Have I got the right one? Right, okay, so what have you gone for? Of course, of course.
Oh, you've done yours really well.
Well, say no more on that one. I think we both knew that was going to be. I think we both knew that we were going to pick the same one on that one.
They hit with everything there. The entertainment, the mazes.
We say about Avon all the time, it's the all-rounder. Like we go to other events and we always say, oh, they do this so well, or they do this the best, but they don't do this as good as other people, or they could do to improve this. Whereas with Avon, they definitely did the street theatre better than anyone out there. 100%.
There's always so much going on and so many different Roman actors.
But there's nothing when you go to Avon that I think, oh, they don't do this as well, or they could do to improve this. Like they get everything right, don't they? And then the street theatre is just on another level to everything else. And we just love it so much. It's really taken a special place in our heart now, isn't it, Avon?
It has, That now leaves us with the maze of the year.
Now, I'm not 100% sure if we're going to agree on this. I'm fairly sure we're going to agree on this, but I'm not 100%. What do you think?
I mean, I thought I'd know what you would have picked, which I think is what I've picked.
Okay. Oh, right, okay. I think you've picked the same as me, but there were 2 that I thought you might pick. But anyway, show it to me.
Well, I showed you mine, so you show me yours this time.
Oh, okay. I, this year, have gone with Stourbridge.
Ah, same. Yeah.
It was just, I mean, it was insane, that maze.
Yeah.
It was just something that we've seen it advertised, haven't we? And we've thought about going there before, and we thought they kept advertising the creator thing, didn't they? And we kept saying to each other, should we just apply and see if they'll accept us? And then they sent us an email anyway, invited us down, and I'm so glad we went, because it was incredible. What a maze that was.
Such an intense maze, probably the most intense maze we've done this year.
Yeah, but also well themed, the story is, and like I said, the actors were just so good. You have that opening scene, don't you, with the doctor?
Oh, yeah.
Which is quite playful, isn't it? And sort of jovial, and I think it kind of gives you an impression that it's not going to be as intense as it is. And then you leave that scene and it's just abuse from there on out. It's a pig with the chainsaw. The noise that he got out of me.
There's a bit where it was locked in a corridor with zombies coming out of the windows.
It was just so good. And that's the other thing that they did really well, was it wasn't just a basic scare. They really tried to do some different things. We had the end scene as well in the Church of Satan as well.
The seance bit, whatever it was.
Yeah, which just sort of, the Discs of Death.
Yeah, that was it.
Discs of Death. She was brilliant as well. In fact, they were all so good. They were all so good. Now, opinions, of course, can vary just as much as run-throughs do, so let us know what your favourite maze or event or both was in the comments. Let us know if you agree with our rankings. And, of course, if you haven't watched any of our scare vlogs, bloody go and watch them. What are you doing here for still?
But for now, thank you very much for watching, and thank you to all the amazing actors who have scared the living out of us this year.
You do an amazing job. We love you so much.
We'll see you next time we do stuff.